Dragons in mythology, how different cultures describe them. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both legendary and colossal: dragons. Have you ever wondered how cultures from all corners of the globe have their own unique takes on these mythical creatures? And did you know that not all dragons are the fire-breathing beasts we often see in movies? Well, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's embark on a worldwide dragon tour to discover how different cultures describe dragons and what they represent. Dragons have always captivated our imaginations. Whether it's in epic fantasy novels, blockbuster movies, or ancient myths, these creatures are everywhere. But here's the fascinating part: dragons aren't just a Western thing. Cultures across Asia, Africa, Europe, and the Americas all have their own dragon legends. Today, we're going to explore these diverse dragon tales, compare their characteristics, and delve into what they symbolize. The universality of dragon myths. So, why are dragons such a universal phenomenon? It's a question that has puzzled historians and mythologists alike. One theory suggests that early humans stumbled upon dinosaur fossils and tried to make sense of these gigantic bones by weaving them into stories. Imagine uncovering a massive skull with fearsome teeth. It's no wonder dragons were born. Another idea is that dragons embody common human fears. Think about it. Snakes, predatory birds, and big cats were all threats to ancient people. A dragon could be seen as a combination of these predators. Dragons often represent natural disasters or unexplained phenomena. A sudden storm at sea? Must be a sea dragon causing mischief. By personifying these fears, ancient cultures could better understand and explain the world around them. Chinese dragons, Long. First stop, China. Chinese dragons, known as Long, are quite different from the Western dragons we're used to. Picture a long, serpentine body, covered in colorful scales, with 4 legs equipped with sharp claws. They might not have wings, but they can fly effortlessly through the skies. In Chinese culture, dragons are symbols of power, strength, and good fortune. They're deeply connected to water, controlling rain, rivers, lakes, and seas. Every year, people celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival, racing ornate dragon boats to honor these majestic creatures and bring good luck. Dragons were also emblematic of imperial authority. The emperor was considered the dragon son of heaven, and dragon motifs adorned everything from robes to palace architecture. To wear a dragon symbol without permission was a serious offense. It was reserved for royalty. Japanese dragons, Ryu. Next, let's hop over to Japan. Japanese dragons, or Ryu, share similarities with their Chinese counterparts but have unique features. They're usually depicted with 3 claws instead of 4 or 5 and are often associated with the sea and storms. Ryu are considered guardians of the ocean and are linked to wisdom and longevity. In many myths, they live in lavish palaces beneath the sea and possess magical gems called tama, which can control tides. One famous story tells of a fisherman who meets a beautiful woman, only to discover she's the daughter of a dragon king. In Japanese temples and shrines, dragon sculptures and paintings are common, symbolizing protection and spiritual enlightenment. They play significant roles in both Shinto and Buddhist traditions. European dragons. Now, let's journey to Europe. In European folklore, dragons are often the villains, massive, winged beasts that breathe fire and terrorize villages. They're depicted with scaly bodies, sharp claws, and a fearsome roar. Unlike Eastern dragons, European dragons typically represent chaos and evil. Legends abound of heroes battling dragons. The tale of St. George slaying a dragon to save a princess is one of the most famous. In Beowulf, the hero faces a deadly dragon guarding a hoard of treasure. These stories symbolize the struggle between good and evil, courage and fear. Dragons also found their way into medieval heraldry, emblazoned on shields and banners. They represented not just ferocity in battle but also the noble qualities of bravery and honor. Middle Eastern dragons. Heading to the Middle East, dragons take on a more primordial role. In ancient Mesopotamian mythology, There's Tiamat, a massive dragon or sea serpent who personifies chaos and the untamed forces of nature. In the Enuma Elish, the Babylonian creation epic, Tiamat battles the younger gods after they kill her consort. Eventually, the storm god Marduk defeats her, using her body to create the heavens and the earth. This epic struggle represents the victory of order over chaos, a theme central to many creation stories. Dragons in this context are not just monsters but fundamental elements of the cosmology and the cycle of life and death. African dragons. Venturing into Africa, we find a rich tapestry of dragon-like creatures. In West African Vodun religion, there's Ado Wado, the rainbow serpent. This cosmic serpent is said to have assisted the creator deity, Mawu Lisa, in forming the world. Ado Wado is associated with fertility, rainbows, and the nourishing aspects of water. The serpent coils around the earth, its movements causing earthquakes and shaping the land. Rather than a fearsome beast, it's seen as a symbol of creation and harmony. In South Africa, tales of the Grootslang, a creature that's part elephant, part serpent, abound. According to legend, Grootslangs guard vast treasures in deep caves, and those who are greedy may fall victim to their wrath. Native American dragons. In Native American cultures, particularly among the Cherokee and Pueblo peoples, we find the horned serpent, known as Uktena or Ivanu. Depicted as a large serpent with horns and sometimes wings, it resides in deep bodies of water. The horned serpent is a powerful figure associated with water, thunder, and lightning. It's often considered a guardian of the natural world, embodying both creation and destruction. In some stories, individuals who encounter the horned serpent gain special knowledge or abilities, but only if they approach with respect. These tales emphasize the sacredness of nature and the belief that all creatures hold wisdom. They teach lessons about humility, reverence, and the interconnectedness of all life. Mesoamerican dragons. Traveling to Mesoamerica, we meet Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent of Aztec and Mayan mythology. A deity of wind, air, and learning, Quetzalcoatl is one of the most important figures in these cultures. Depicted as a serpent adorned with vibrant feathers, Quetzalcoatl symbolizes the union of earth and sky. He's credited with creating humanity, teaching agriculture, science, and the arts. Temples like the Pyramid of the Feathered Serpent at Teotihuacan stand as testaments to his significance. Quetzalcoatl's stories highlight themes of sacrifice, knowledge, and the duality of existence. His legacy continues to influence modern Mexican culture, symbolizing national identity and heritage. Indian dragons, Naga. Off to India, where we encounter the Naga, serpent beings prevalent in Hindu and Buddhist traditions. Often portrayed as half-human, half-cobra, Nagas can be either benevolent or malevolent. Nagas are guardians of treasures and sacred places, particularly bodies of water like rivers and lakes. They are associated with fertility, rainfall, and the underworld. In Buddhism, the Naga king Mukulinda famously protected the Buddha during a storm by shielding him with his hood. These stories emphasize themes of protection, transformation, and the cyclical nature of life. Nagas bridge the human and divine, the earthly and the spiritual, reflecting the complex cosmology of Indian religions. Slavic dragons. In Slavic mythology, dragons, known as Zmi, Smok, or Drak, come in various forms, often with multiple heads and the ability to breathe fire. They can represent both good and evil, sometimes helping heroes or posing significant challenges. Legends tell of brave knights battling dragons to save their villages or loved ones. One famous tale is that of Dobrania Nikitich, a hero who slays the three-headed dragon Zmi Goranich to rescue a princess. Australian Aboriginal rainbow serpent. Down under in Australia, we find the rainbow serpent, a central figure in Aboriginal Dreamtime stories. This serpent is a creator being responsible for shaping the land, forming mountains, rivers, and skies. The rainbow serpent is associated with water, fertility, and life. It embodies the continuous process of creation and the sustaining of natural cycles. Indigenous art often features the rainbow serpent, using patterns and colors that reflect its significance. Comparative analysis of dragon myths. So, what ties all these diverse dragon myths together? Despite their differences, dragons often symbolize natural forces, be it water, fire, earth, or air. They represent the unknown, the powerful, and sometimes the divine. In many cultures, dragons are guardians of treasures, sacred knowledge, or important places. They can also be agents of destruction, embodying chaos and challenges that heroes must overcome. This duality reflects humanity's complex relationship with nature, both nurturing and threatening. Modern interpretations of dragons. In today's world, dragons continue to evolve. From friendly dragons like Toothless in How to Train Your Dragon, to the cunning Smaug in The Hobbit, modern media reimagines these creatures in diverse ways. Video games feature dragons as both fearsome bosses and trustworthy allies. In some stories, dragons grapple with their own emotions and morality, becoming more than just mythical beasts. They're characters with depth and agency. Dragon imagery is also prevalent in tattoos, fashion, and art, symbolizing qualities like strength, freedom, and wisdom. Conclusion. So, what can we learn from these dragon tales? Beyond the thrilling stories and mesmerizing art, dragons offer insights into human nature. They reflect our attempts to understand the world, personifying forces we couldn't explain. Dragons highlight the shared human experience, our fears of the unknown, our respect for nature's power, and our desire to tell stories that connect us. Despite cultural differences, dragons show that we're more alike than we might think. Call to action. Thank you so much for joining me on this epic dragon adventure. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more magical explorations. I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite dragon myth or story? Drop it in the comments below. Stay tuned for more dives into mythology and folklore. And as always, keep exploring, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.